Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shiny Hunting for Arcanine. I just realized before I started up, I forgot I don't have any more peanut butter. So I can't make my great peanut butter sandwich. And I need to go get some peanut butter so we can make the egg power sandwich. There's the peanut butter. After all, we know doggos do indeed love peanut butter. Doggos love peanut butter. I mean, who doesn't love peanut butter? Hello there, Chat Zone. Right now, I'm trying to get out of the Sky Islands here. Game right. Ah, so wait, have you not left the tutorial area? Have you not left the tutorial area then? I actually like the Sky Islands. I think it's really cool. Hello there, Alex. Hello there. General Kenobi, bold one, and all that joke. How are you guys doing? How is everybody doing? The wonderful, wonderful friends. Let's go. I just realized the Landorus is kind of good special. Yeah. Most Lando Incarnate are actually run special. Yeah. Special Landorus is how Incarnate is run. Because you go Hidden Ability, Sheer Force, Life Orb, Special Attacks. Hello there, Blorb! Welcome in. Yeah, most Lando are actually run with Special Attacks. If it's Incarnate form. It's Therian, you're going full physical on that. Because it doesn't have Sheer Force anymore. Yeah, Lando is a very weirdly dynamic Pokemon, depending on which form you're running. It has very, very different sets. Though, I have a bit of a suspicion that we're going to start seeing some actual Sand Force Lando going forward. Because Sand Sheer Storm. Because of one main reason. Is it Incarnate or is it Therian form? That dude. Is it Incarnate or Therian? Which one of that's damn it? I mean, I always go for Hearts. I always go for Hearts. Interesting. That is a very interesting form. Yeah, I have a feeling with the advent of Sand Seer Storm, we're gonna start seeing some Sand Force Lando. For one reason. You're gonna need a lot of stamina though. Like you're gonna need to be pretty far into the game to do that. I mean, if you want to go get the Mazord right now, you can make a beeline straight for it. You need, I believe, 5 stamina vessels? So that's 20 light blessings in order to get it. But yeah, unless you're making a straight beeline straight for the Mazord, which I really wouldn't recommend going a straight beeline for the Master Sword. Because I'll be real. The Master Sword is not really good. Like, the Master Sword is only good when you have other weapons to support it. For the main reason of if you're thinking it's going to be like Breath of the Wild's, like, level 3 Trial of the Sword Master Sword, it's nowhere near that. I'm pretty sure the Master Sword, when you do Trial of the Sword level 3, its durability gets like multiplied like 4 times over, and you get like just super massive durability. This is base Master Sword from Breath of the Wild, the weak as crap Master Sword. So like you're gonna want, you're generally gonna want like supplement with other stuff. I don't like Landers with Soul Factors into finance. Interesting. T-level. Yeah. I mean, so what was your team for that alpha? What was the team that you were playing in that game? Why is the Human Genies or the Incarnate regular? It depends on which one you're talking about, because the Incarnate forms and the Therian forms do have vastly different functionalities. You generally use the Human Genies for Thundurus and Landorus for status infliction. In Dynamax formats, why is it so hard to see? Hello there, welcome in. Hey, SCP lady, welcome back in. How you doing? And again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Where did it go? Paris. Ha, that's hilarious. Superior, Volcarona, Electro, Lucario, Flagon, and Vaporeon. I will honestly say, on 4 of those, Chef's Kiss. I like those. That is a solid team composition for those 3. With those 4. The other 2, not as much. Doing well, gonna be lurking. Okay, SCP lady, thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the lurk. But yeah, it is time to get hatching some more HISUI and Growlithe. We are not actually keeping track of the eggs on this one. We are not going to be keeping track of our HISUI and Growlithe shiny hunt. I mean, I wouldn't... Flygon was one of the 4 I was actually talking about. I would say Flygon's actually really good. Competitively, it's not that great, because, like, Garchomp exists. But, like, in a story playthrough, it's actually fine. No, like, we have not completed the shiny dex yet. We have not completed the shiny living dex. We are working on the shiny living dex at the moment. Like, I'll be real. I have no clue what the hell I'm going to do when I finish my shiny living dex. And that scares me. To be fair, against Iris, Flygon's weak to Dragon. Electros isn't weak to Dragon. You know, that's a bit of a type weakness thing. That's a type weakness sort of thing right there. Volcarona was... Volcarona is amazing. I love Volcarona. Nice light. Very nice. Yeah, I only started working on my shiny living dex about a few months ago. So it's... I only started about a few months ago. Had I been working on it for a much longer period of time, and had I, like, really aggressively shiny hunted in Legends Arceus, I definitely would have had more of it done. But I didn't really like Lucario. Yeah. Lucario is one of the 2 that I was gonna say would not recommend using. Main reason is Lucario is a glass cannon that lacks the cannon part. Its offensive stat line is very much close to that of something like Aggron, which Aggron can make it work because Aggron's like bulky. Yeah, Aggron's bulky, so it can kind of make it work. But like your mixed glass does not mesh well, especially in the typings like before Fairy was weak to Steel. Fighting is basically hitting everything that Steel is going to be hitting. So it's almost like a semi-redundant. If you have... I've never had a Hot Rock. No, the other one was actually Vaporeon. I've used Superior before. I respect it. And I'm not even talking about Contrary Leaf. I'm talking about, like, Coil Leaf Blade Superior. I respect that. I respect the hell out of it. I've used that. If you actually watch my Black and White Let's Play series, which you should definitely be watching that series, Alpha. You should be watching that series. I'll go find the user. But there were so many other water types. You could have gotten Caracosta. You could have gotten Simipour. You could have gotten Jellicent. There are so many other top tier water types though. So many top tier water types. But did you watch the entirety of it, Alpha? I was saying, but there are so many better water types. So many better water types. Just shine a lot together. That spell, nice. So what's unique that one? I would say the worst genie is probably Tornadus. I would say very likely it is Tornadus is the worst of them. And the only reason I would say it's Tornadus is that its move pool is just simply not good. That's its main issue. I was confused that the levels of Iris were more than level 7. Level 5. I didn't use Superior very much with Weapon. Right now, the name of the land or the Scarlet Skizor, Psychic Arcade, for what game? What game is that for Chad Zone? What game is that for Chad Zone? Yeah, Superior does have a little bit of a hard time. Superior, I would say, was better in base Black and White than it is in Black 2, White 2. Because with Black 2, White 2, the introduction of a lot of the older gen Pokemon really has a hard time with stuff. Because Pokemon just evolve earlier. What moves did you have on Volcarona? I'm a little worried about what your Volcarona was packing if you say it doesn't have good moves. Cause like I'm pretty sure that the game gives you Flamethrower outright. Did you not go looking for TMs? Cause Flamethrower is right on the walk path to Victory Road. And were you not using any of the move tutors? Because Volcarona can get like some top tier TM, like it gets freaking like Psychic, Hurricane, Giga Drain, Flamethrower. Well, Flamethrower is a like level up TM move. It gets so many good things. Like love Volcarona's learn set is so good. He has a lot of good stuff. You don't get Quiver Dance until like ridiculously late in the levels, but it's a top tier destroyer of worlds. Interesting. Because yeah, a little peek behind the curtain, but I am going to be doing a playthrough series. Problem team. Speak to no team, Stable Life, Main, Orlando, honestly, I wouldn't really think you need Thunderous. If I wanted to use the move to teach them, you're better off just giving it Thunderbolt. You're better off using Thunderbolt on Electros. Even though it has a slightly higher physical attack stat, Thunderbolt just does more damage because it's much higher base power. You could pick the next Shiny Lock Pokemon to have a mystery. Oh, Shiny Locked. Honestly, I don't really have much of a thing of like for what shinies I would change into what or what shinies I hope to get, because I already know they're gonna be doing the shiny the shiny swords, the shiny ruin legendaries. Those are gonna be VGC participation give outs, and then they're gonna do Wi-Fi events, like GameStop give outs for the box art legendaries. I already know that's gonna happen because that's what they've been doing literally every generation for the past 3. The Fire was hunting a huge power as a relic. Yikes. Haxorus was less than half HP and Flygon couldn't KO with Dragon Tail. Well, that's the issue. Dragon Tail's crappy. Dragon Tail is a garbage move. It's a 60 base power force switch out move. You really should have been using like Dragon Claw or Outrage. I mean, is this for double? I mean, I haven't really been following the double. Like, I don't know what format this is for. Is this for like 6v6 Smogon, 4v4 VGC? I kind of don't know what it's for. Dragon Tail is garbage. Yeah. Wait, Flygon didn't learn Dragon Claw yet? I'm pretty sure Flygon learns Dragon Claw by that point. Did you not get like, the Dragon Claw TM? Okay, that makes sense too. That makes sense too, yeah. That's a little bit of an issue. I thought that it learns like Dragon Claw like around evolving level. Maybe you have to relearn it. I'll be real, I haven't used Flygon in years. Our time for losing to Elite 4. The battles with the Elite 4, the best of the team. Nothing but champion, no Dragon Claw. 55, really? 55. Really? Interesting. Then again, I think that Black and White did adjust learn set levels for Pokemon, so that could be what it was. Interesting. Did you not find the Dragon Claw TM? Because I'm pretty sure the TM for Dragon Claw is inside of, like, Victory Road or something. I'm pretty sure, like, it's basically tradition that Dragon Claw is in almost every game's Victory Road. Why does she have Go-Go in her? Oh, trust me, that dude. Everyone has that same issue with Geeta. Her team is garbage. Like, Geeta's team has some, like, decent Pokemon. Just the rest of her team is garbage. Like, Glamora, pretty good. King Gambit, pretty good. Veluza, not good. Iceberg Face, bad. Go-Go, bad. Spathra, honestly not that bad. Yeah, yeah, her team makes no sense. Her team is very, very, very not good. Geeta's team is bad. And battle, what would... I really wouldn't change anything. I mean, it's more so like I don't really... It's not really my mindset of like, I wish I could change this thing about game. I'm generally not that kind of person. The only thing that, like, generally when it comes to, like, things I would change about games is, like leveling curve of, say, Heart Gold Soul Stone, where that game's leveling curve is garbage. That game's leveling curve is terrible. There are no good spots to train. Or like Legends, where Legends gets very grindy. Which we've been over this before, but remember, I'm gonna be hunting 0 or 1 speed IV Anamoris. 3% chance per save file. And the only way you can check is you save the game, turn it off, and you can't reset back to before you caught Anamoris. You wanna hunt Trick Room Anamoris. You gotta replay this entire game each and every time. That hunt for Anamoris is going to kill the last shred of goodwill for this game that I have. It is going to kill that last shred of goodwill, and I honestly don't care. It is going to kill the last shred of goodwill I have for that game whatsoever. I'm in a native for VGC. I'm going for VGC stuff, so I need to hunt for it. Yeah, it's the plan is to hunt for it. You can't get it shiny. You can't shiny it, but it's for 0 speed IVs. That's the thing. Because, I mean, I'm honestly not going to be surprised if... I mean, Alex, I was never a fan of Legends, I'll be real. I was never a fan of Legends Arceus. I found the game more than a little too grindy for my liking. And it very, very, very much felt like a rehashed version of Mystery Dungeon Sky, which I love Mystery Dungeon Sky, one of my favorite games. But feeling like a watered down version of one of the best games I've ever played, and continuously making me think I could just be playing a better game does not do well for you as a game when it comes to my thought line for the game. That I honestly think might be the biggest issue I have with Legends, is that it isn't a bad game on its own. It's just that it is continuously in the shadow of Mr. Dungeon Sky. So you just have multiple save files to point because you don't know do. Wait, what was that, Chat Zone? POV, the only Pokemon in Legends Arceus that can't be shiny with using Pokemon Home. Oh, so do you just have multiple save files at that point? No, because you can. I'd have to trade it off of me. I don't have Wi-Fi in any of my like other files. But it's more so the thing of like, it's just having to play through the game that many times. Because it is a 3% chance, more or less, that I get the correct speed IV on the Enamorous. A 3%. It's not even soft resetting. It is, I go through the entire game, get to fight Enamorous, catch Enamorous. Check its IV. If it's not 0, get everything I want out of that file of Legends, restart the game from square one. Replay up to catch Enamorous. Check. If it's not the correct one, reset the game and do again. And again. And again. And again and again and again and again and again and again ad infinitum. Not fun. Not fun. But I'm doing it for VGC purposes. I very much hope that Pokemon Company does a giveaway for a 0-speed IV Enamorous. But knowing my luck, I am absolutely 100% certain that when I finally get my 0-speed Enamorous via playing through Legends and torturing myself with that game, because for those who don't know, I don't care for Legends Arceus. I'm not a big fan of the game. I enjoy battling, and Legends doesn't have battling. It's just like, it's Pokédex catching, which, again, isn't intrinsically bad. It's just a little tedious for me at some points. But I enjoy battling more. I do very much enjoy the battling, and Legends doesn't really have that. It's telling that in the entire game, there are 3 battles with more than 2 Pokemon. Where those 2 Pokemon are actually your level, not like the 4v1 battles, where it is 3 Pokemon that are like level 15 compared to your level 40. Why did I speed to keep catching it? I don't think those catch mechanics were good. Because you gotta remember, Legends was able to do things like that because it didn't need to render the entire world. Wait, can't you just save the village? No! Yeah. The thing is, the only way you can check, because you can't, there's no IV system in Legends. Legends doesn't have IVs. That's why you need to check it in Home. Because Legends doesn't have IVs. You need to catch it in Legends, save the game, turn it off, load up Pokemon Home, check the IVs that way. That's how it is. Because there's no IV system. There's like grit values, but grit values do not determine IVs. To be fair, Alpha, the only reason that is annoying is because we had Legends, and the only reason why Legends had that capture mechanic be that quick is because Legends was literally catch the same Pokemon 30 times over, do that for 240 Pokemon, the game. Like, that's the thing. The entire reason why Legends has that capture mechanic is because literally the entire point of the game was just chuck Pokeballs at everything. There is nothing more to Legends than just catching things in Pokeballs. It is literally a game version of the Safari Zone. That's the main issue with it, is that it's fundamentally the way Legends is built is to be entirely different than the rest of the games in the series, which is why its controls are so different. Again, it's its own anomaly. It is its own anomaly. It is its own very, very anomaly. It is. Yeah, I do really hope that they actually add in some item that allows you to check, like allows like to decrease IVs to 0. I have that. Don't feel off to me because my first game was Let's Go Pikachu. Yeah, I mean, Let's Go Pikachu is a bit of a different kind of thing. Let's Go Pikachu was actually designed to bring in the people from the Go audience into the main games, and nostalgia hook in the people who, like, only play Gen 1. It's a bit of the same vein as Legends, where they're not really Pokemon games that are designed in the same mentality as the rest of the series. Legends is more about basically filling out the decks. There was a thing called yeah. You are not the only one. You are not the only one, that dude, that wishes that was a thing. I wish it as well. And a lot of other players do too. That's one of the reasons why I'm expecting they're going to do an Enamorous 0 speed IV giveaway. But I also would not be shocked if they never do it. Originally, that color was yellow-red or red-yellow. The color orange only became the term after the fruit was called orange. Interesting color history on that. Interesting color history story. I have a feeling Enamorous is going to be a monster VGC-wise. You gotta remember. You gotta remember Alex. It's got some good stuff. I have a feeling it does have a legitimate. I mean, trust me, it's probably not gonna be that great. What is like Therion's ability anyway? What is Therion's ability? I want to check that. I don't think they are. Overcoat actually would be very good. Overcoat would actually be amazing for one reason. You're immune to Amoonguss. You are immune to Amoonguss Spore. You're immune to Amoonguss Rage Powder. Yeah, that's actually really good. Yep. Let me use Pokemon Magearna and you're another. Yeah, I delete that. Yeah, if someone sends me a Magearna Pokeball form, I release that shit immediately because that shit's genned. You can't get more obviously genned than that. I don't think they'll add new Megas in an X and Y remake. For the main reason of they didn't add Megas in any of the other things, and Megas are kind of going the same way as like the other super mechanics. Limited to one game. It wouldn't really make sense to make a bunch of new Megas when they will never return again. You know, it's like they aren't gonna make new G-Maxes. You gotta remember, that was the same generation. That wasn't generations removed from the introductory one. They didn't add new ones in Sun and Moon. You remember, Oras was also still Generation 6. I don't think they will. I don't think that they will. Mostly because, again, it's one of those, like, okay, well, add in new Megas. And then, one game later, they're gone again. Doesn't really seem like a point of basically wasting all that dev time in, like, planning for ideas and designs on something that's just going to go away literally a year later. But I think that's just like my logic. Oh, I'd be here real quick. Honestly, it's kind of a good thing Flygon didn't get a Mega, because then they gave it Dragon Dance. It wouldn't have gotten Dragon Dance if it got a Mega. And with the removal of Megas, it would have gone back to being not great. But with Dragon Dance, it at least possesses the ability to buff itself and actually become better. Yellow Violet remains to be called. Not a clue. Like, we simply do not know the naming scheme for how they're going to be naming remakes. Because they really haven't done enough remakes for us to, like, gauge that. Yeah, but remember, Salamence is a pseudo-legendary. That's the thing. Salamence is a pseudo-legendary. It's kind of its own separate thing. Yeah, pseudo-legendaries are kind of special cases. They're meant to be broken in OP. Not really. Not really. Pseudo-legendaries really aren't broken. They're not really that broken. People overestimate how strong pseudos are. People vastly overestimate how strong they are. I love them, but they're not that strong. We know next gen's gonna be Penta something. I do not think it's gonna be that. I do not think it's gonna be that. Remember, leaks for Pokemon have been notoriously wrong lately. They've been notoriously wrong lately, which I'm very happy for. I am genuinely glad when leaks of Pokemon stuff is wrong, because it just completely destroys the credibility of future leaks. Yeah, Z-moves kind of completely destroy that entire thing. Blarb. Z-moves kind of destroy that entire pattern. Luna or Healing Goodra. Replace Thunder with slow Pokemon that can work at Trick Room like Healing Goodra. I'll be real, I haven't looked into either of them enough to know how to do stuff with them. So I probably am not a good person to be asking for that. Because, like, again, I haven't really been as up-to-date on VGC stuff with the Legendary introduction. I'm waiting for stuff to kind of settle out before I get back into the stuff, because I've been going pretty hard on Tears of the Kingdom. I enjoy battles, but when the Legendaries are, like, before I know the best ways of dealing with the Legendaries, I'm just not gonna put myself in the firing line of Dio Blando. Might be something tied to the first word. Example, Brain Diamond, Shiny Pearl. Shiny Pearls represent the back of Brain Time. I mean, but the same thing can be said to, like, most things, like Heart, Gold, Soul, Silver. You know, there's no conjunction with that. You know, there was Fire Red, Leaf Green. Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. There's very little, like, consistent theme between generations. It's the theme is within the generation. Meaning you can't really predict what the theme is going to be for the next one because there's no connection between, like, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl's naming scheme and then a Heart Gold Soul Silver's naming scheme. The naming scheme within the generation is what is connected, not between the generations. It's weird. Hello there, Gort. Hunt's going okay. We're just hatching eggs. And again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Love how Series 1 or Lucario and Volcarona had a major uprise 2 weeks, and then they got Thanos stuff out of it. You gotta remember, that was the rise of Murkrow. You gotta remember, Murkrow did what Murkrow does best, and uses Haze. That completely kneecap boosting options. Like, if Murkrow caused the fall of Dondozo Tatsugiri, Oricorio had no shot. I find Oricorio amusing, but it had no shot. If that was going to be what happened. And that is what did happen. But that's how VGC stuff tends to go. Like, early on, stuff will, like, fluctuate heavily. You get about a month into the format, things tend to normalize and stabilize. It's why, like, everyone was freaking the hell out about Fissure Ting Lu. Smash cut, 1 week later. Ting Lu fissure percentage, 35%. Smash cut 1 week after that. Ting Lu fissure percentage, like 15%. Yeah, it drops off very, very suddenly. Icicle Spear the Murkrow. Depends on what is Icicle Spearing the Murkrow. If the Shell Smash Cloyster, definitely that would work. But what is Icicle Spearing the Murkrow? What is Icicle Spearing the Murkrow? Is it yeah, I'm not really a Gen 1 fan, but I will say I have a respect for Cloyster. Cloyster has been very amusing. Cloyster has amused me very, very good. There's a good reason the Shell Razor has been one of my most consistent KO leaders in the Penn State Pokemon Club. Cloyster is kind of like, for me, the definition of functionality over form with Pokemon. I do not care for Cloyster's design at all. I think its design is really bad. However, I appreciate the functionality. Heat ran and steal Icicle Spear and cry. Yeah, I feel like at that point it's just better to run like Icicle Crash over Icicle Spear. I think Icicle Crash is just way more stronger. Super Life Buttermain Blando or Shibu and one mark. Iron Bundles are type for me. Funny horse? What's the funny horse? Cause like there's a few horse Pokemon that are a thing. You're gonna need to narrow down funny horse to a more narrowed specificity. Oh, speaking of Heatran Melty Face, Heatran gets Pounce. You may do with that what you will. You may make use of Pounce Heatran in whatever form you so desire. Because apparently Heatran is like based on a cockroach or something like that. It's weird. Like, there is no concreteness. There were two horses, that dude. There were two horses. There was Glastrier and Spectrier. That still doesn't narrow it down. Because there were two horses. And then there was Calyrex, but had two horse rider forms. You kind of need to narrow it down. Like, again, which horse? Okay, Ghost Horse then. Okay, yeah. You needed to specify which horse, because there's Ghost Horse and there's Ice Horse. Ghost Horse. Ice Horse was the better of the two, competitively, because of weakness policy. And Trick Room. Like, it was a weakness policy Trick Room user that was itself the Trick Room attacker. Ice Horse was a nightmare. I am beyond glad that, like, we're gonna get a lot of stuff that can dismantle that thing. I love the script of Calyrex. Yeah, that was Calyrex. It is very Mega Mind looking. Calyrex is very Mega Mind big brain. It is very Mega Mind brain. Calyrex. Like, I used to dislike Calyrex just because I thought its design was stupid, and I was like, no, Calyrex is funny. Calyrex just amuses me. I am neither here nor there on Galarian Moltres. Oh, for the team. I mean, it could work. It could. I feel like Galarian Moltres has lost a decent bit with the loss of Dynamaxing. I definitely think the loss of Dynamaxing took a lot out of Galarian Moltres, because it very much enjoyed that safety of Berserker proccing and then activating Max Airstream. It doesn't have that anymore. But I also never really used Galarian Moltres, so I cannot offer any commentary here nor there on it. It's like, there's a lot of Pokemon I have never used that, dude, that I really can never offer commentary about because I've just simply never used them. Most legendaries, like the legendaries I have used in VGC, I can basically count on one hand. And when I say legendaries, I mean restricted legendaries, not like regular legendaries, like, you know, the stuff that is on par with regular basic Pokemon like Raikou. How you doing, Gala, though? I give him last speech. It doesn't want everybody support mine. I mean, just go Indeedee. If you're having trouble, just tack on Indeedee. You got that support Pokemon. You got that Trick Room set. You got that Helping Hand. You got that Follow Me. You got Screens. You got Heal Pulse. You got all kinds of stuff and things. Yeah, but remember, Sableye and Thing do very different things. They do very, very, very different things. Also, keep in mind, Slick Train shuts down priority moves. So you can't get Prankster. So that's, again, very, very different roles. Very, very different roles. I do enjoy Prankster, though. Prankster moves are fun. But my Prankster user of choice was always the one, the only, Murkrow. And yet, still, there was a time my friends in the Penn State Pokemon Club literally let me get Terracotta. They let me get Terracotta. For those who don't know, Terracotta is a VGC combination tactic of Terrakion and Whimsicott, the one where you use beat up Whimsicott onto your justified Terrakion to boost yourself up into Insanity, and then you just crush everything. Forehead. I am indeed Forehead. Forehead moment. But yeah, I'll be real, that dude, I have been out of the VGC loop for a decent bit. I probably am not the best person to ask on, like, team construction help tips right now. I would recommend consulting Pikalytics for better information. I like to consider myself the VGC guy, but I am well aware I am a bit out of the loop. Happy! We are hatching the Doge. We are hatching eggs for the Doge. Hisui and Arcapupper. But how is the Happy doing? How is the happiest of Ambipom doing? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm thinking we're probably only gonna do like 2 sandwiches today because I'm like knackered. I am like absolutely right proper knackered. Oh, that's happy. Very nice. Very nice. But yeah, I'm thinking we're probably gonna be ending off after this sandwich, depending on how long we got left on it. Menus. I hate these menus. Oh. I'm not even sure I'll go that long. I hate the menus in this game. Like, I will be 100% real. I detest this game's menus. I absolutely detest this game's menu system. But yeah, we're probably gonna go on raid. But like, who the hell are we getting? That's like, who are we gonna raid is the real question. Like, who do we raid? Maybe King Gambit. Maybe King Gambit. Again, like, I'll be real. Like, I do not know at all, like, what is good in BGC other than just, like, Flutter Main because it's Flutter Main. Like, Flutter Main is probably always going to be good. It's Flutter Main. Like, it's Flutter Main. It is absolute nightmare status Pokemon. Yay! Nice Kala. Very nice. Honestly, I'm thinking at some point we're probably gonna get back to the Mystery Dungeon series. We gotta get back to Mystery Dungeon. I want to get back to Mystery Dungeon at some point. Yeah. I think what we're gonna go do is we're probably gonna go we're gonna go to 1 hour long stream and then we're gonna go on a raid probably because I'm just tired. I'm just tired. Like, I mean, I think a good deal of it has to do with, like, the air is just kind of garbage here. Because, those who don't know, the wildfires over in Canada, the wind is blowing, and it is bringing, you know, the smoke and stuff, you know, across the lake and into the state I live in. So, the air is not great because of that. So, we've been, like, staying like, you go outside, the sun looks like it is, like, perpetually in sunset mode at all hours of the day. And it is the most unnerving thing in the world. Hello there, Enzo M. How are you doing? Metal pipe sound. The metal pipe sound is funny. It's been a while. How you doing? I can't do that. Not really an option, Happy. Not really an option. Not really an option. In Georgia, it's pitch black at 10. Ooh. But, you know, like, it's like the... Because... Like, the sun has just been this orange red all day. Because I went out to go get breakfast. And the sun was just coming through the windows. And the floor was just, like, orange. And it was like, what the hell is this? So I went outside and I looked. And... You know what the blood moon in, like, Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild looks like? That's literally what the sun looked like today. It is the most just unsettling thing in the world. And I don't like it. Like, it is terrifying. Because, like, I am half expecting, with the sun looking like that, a Bokoblin is just gonna run out of, like, a corner somewhere and just, like, frickin' blap me in the head with a club. It is the most frickin' Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have given me a fear of red-looking celestial objects. I don't like being afraid of the sky. I don't like being afraid of the sky. The sun is the one thing I can trust to always rise. I don't like it looking like things in Breath of the Wild that give me nightmare status. Yeah, no, I know the Georgia you talk about. You're wrong about the state of Georgia. Hello, Enjo. How you doing? But yeah, it is not fun. Not fun. Like, cause you can go outside. And cause normally I have my windows open. when like it's late at night, like my room kind of airs out because like the PC, the Switch, all generate a large amount of heat, and my room is like relatively small, like it traps the heat in the room, and it like doesn't really dissipate. But because it just smells like smoke outside, like my everywhere just smells like a campfire. And it's like, I'm not opening the windows. Like, I would rather deal with my room being a little, like, stuffy than smell like a campfire all day. Because one thing you guys may not know about my hair is thick. And it, like, absorbs stuff. When I would go to my grandmother's cottage in the Adirondacks, we would have a campfire. Like, we would all sit around the campfire for a few days. And I would come home, and I would, like, rinse my hair out. I would have to spend like 20 minutes just scrubbing my hair, like, furiously. Because, like, the soap would go into my hair, you know, white. It would just come out just black. It would look like someone just poured a, like, you know those little, like, things of ink that people, like, dip quill pens into? It would be like if you poured that out. That is how much, like, ash my hair just absorbs. It's like, it absorbs the ash from the air, and I don't like it. We're setting for Alpha Lux. Metal pipe falling sound effects. Metal pipe sounding is the metal pipe sounding is funny. We enjoy metal pipe falling sound effects. And again, guys, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'm not sure we're talking about light. Oh boy. Lighting engine had a spasm attack. That's unsettling. Wait, Arcanine, actually really good. Camera team, resist fairy, Schnorl. Yep. Also gets intimidate, or flash fire, or justified for beat up tactic shenaniganry. There's some stuff it can do. It can also go head bonk on Fluttermane. It can also head bonk Fluttermane. You know, head bonk Fluttermane to non-existence. Hey, nice. You got a shiny Zubert. You got that future shiny Pepto-Bat. Shiny future Pepto-Bat. I actually do like shiny Zapdos' design. Hello there, Thunderous TJ. How are you doing? Intimidate user Blandora. I mean, you can never have too many Intimidate users. You could always U-turn pivot out into your Arcanine for double Intimidate shenanigans. I mean, there is a very good reason Volt turn Intimidate was an actual strategy for a while. So you can use it for pivot shenaniganery. But also, you could go Flare Blitz with Rockhead for also shenanigans. I mean, there's shenanigans either way you slice it. There are shenanigans no matter what. I mean, another thing you could go do is you could do, like, Terra Bug or Terra Grass or Terra Steel on Arcanine. And then you have Flash Fire. So that you... Oh, right! Justified Beat Up! Justified Beat Up to proc your own attack power into insanity. That also works. That also works. That's also fun. Again, there's a number of strategy shenanigans. And speaking of shenanigans, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. for more shenanigans, friends. Beat up. A very common tactic that has been employed for a long time, Alex. Thanks. I hate it. I've gone up against Rage Fist beat up way too many times, and I despise that move. Rage Fist. Yeah, that's a strong move. That is a strong move. Have a good night, Enzo. Have a good night. Have a good night. Da na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Good night. I know the actual song is goodbye, but it works as well with good night. I'm sticking with it. Oh, I am sticking with it. It is good night? It is good night? I thought it was always goodbye. I guess I need to listen to that song again then just to make sure. Gonna roll safe with rage power, no safety goggles. Yep. I mean, but if you're running safety goggles mouse or safety goggles ape, you're not running leftovers. Which, leftovers is kind of what made ape so terrifying. So, like, you're kind of objectively running a worse, much more situational ape. Which I kind of think is better? Ah, okay. Remember, Enzo, my brain is smooth. You forget how smooth this brain is. Smooth brain tactics. Incredibly smooth brain tactics. Ah, very, very nice. Very, very nice. It's a good day. Today is a good day today. Yep, it's good. But yeah, I think I know who we're gonna raid. I think I know we're gonna raid someone. Yeah, we are we're gonna raid some stuff and things. We're gonna do some raid. Up Saber Lando, Flutter, Double, Titar, Fun. So who's your Trick Room setter? Or are you just like completely scrapping the Trick Room element of the team? I am indeed the 5-head king. Oh wait, Kayla, did you intentionally type Brian of Potato? Or was that a typo? Because, like, I have a hard time seeing that as anything other than an intentional mistake. Okay then. I love your absolute hatred of Trick Room. I love how much you absolutely detest Trick Room. There have been no messages, Light. Yeah, I know, Kayla. Yeah, I know. That's why it's funny. That's why it's very, very funny. That's why it's very, very funny. I still don't understand what your hatred of Trick Room is. Hello, Ash. How is our best friend Ash doing? I am indeed the forehead. I am indeed the forehead. However, the forehead Queen Ash has arrived. How is forehead Queen Ash doing today? Welcome in, Queen of the Foreheads. How are you doing today? Hope you are doing well. I gave you a rental train team I'm not gonna use and yell at you for using it. Your hatred of Trick Room just amuses me. It's like, what did Trick Room do to you? Queen is doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Other than the fact that Tears of the Kingdom doesn't want to give me pristine royal broadswords. Other than the fact I can't get my good weapons in Tears of the Kingdom, I'm doing good. All the fact that my brain is just flatlining paste mode right now. But then again, my brain is like always flatline paste mode. So there's that. So like, that's a thing. It's a standard thing. Okay, so we hatched 3 boxes. Okay, I thought we only hatched 2, but no, we had 3. I'm not spoon-fed, Ash. I'm not spoon-fed. If I was spoon-fed, I would have half a dozen purified royal broadswords. I would have a bunch of other assorted stuff and things. I would have the entire population of enemy Hinoxes purged into oblivion in Tears of the Kingdom. I would have every single Gloom weapon in my possession. But I don't. I don't have them, Ash. I'm not spoon-fed. I am not spoon-fed. R21, automatic one, to give black choice colors. Fun. Sounds fun. Dorg. It is Dorg. It is Dorgobold. But yeah, I think with that, it is time to go on a raid. I am spoon-fed. I am not spoon-fed. I am not spoon-fed. I am not spoon-fed. I am not spoon-head. I am a forehead. I am the forehead. However, we're gonna go raid Ember Z Painter. She is doing some shiny hunting stuff and things. So, let's go on a raid. I am still working on my new outro because I'm trying to come up with a new one. I will see you guys next time. And I have nothing. I have nothing for an outro. I'm still trying to come up with one. Who knows when I will finally come up with a good outro. But don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, guys. See you tomorrow for more shenanigans in Tears of the Kingdom and shiny hunting. Although tomorrow we may continue with shiny Poipole hunting.